Yeah, it's Q Rocker 808 Kicks. Today, we're gonna look at my top 5 Air Jordans in my collection so far. Let's get straight into it. We're gonna start off with an honorable mention. The Jordan 8 Tinker Heritage. This is a very special shoe in my collection. This is the first shoe in my collection. This shoe started it all off in December 2018. I think it was December 18th, 2018. This is the first Jordan that I purchased starting off my collection. We got the classic double straps like all Jordan 8s. We got the carpet logo on the tongue. Vibrant colors all around. Got the special messaging on the tongue. The different colors, the green, the orange, the blue, red, the purple, the green guts. We got the nubuck upper mixed with the mesh. This shoe will always be a very special shoe to me because it started off my collection. You look at it, it looks pretty unworn, but this is, believe it or not, the most worn shoe in my collection. I try to take good care of my shoes. Some people say I got the new shoe walk. I don't know. I'm gonna let y'all decide on that. But the Tinker 8. I love 8s. This is the only 8 I have in my collection right now because in my opinion, 8s are hard to come by for a decent price in my size. A lot of the 8s that they've been bringing out since and right before I've been collecting are kind of on the high side. The cool gray 8s, the OVO 8s, the Aqua 8s, a lot of that stuff goes for ridiculous prices. But this was my first cop, straight retail cop. I got it on release day. It sat, people slept on it, but it eventually sold out, and I see a lot of people rocking this shoe from time to time. But to me, I will always covet this Jordan 8 Tinker Heritage. This is the honorable mention. Call it number 6 if you will, out of my top 5. This is the 6th man right here. Yeah. There's a bit of an order, opinionated order when it comes to my top 5 Jordans in my collection. We're gonna kick it off with number 5. A lot of people recognize this box. Reverse Jordan 1 box. We got the Jordan 1 Fearless Chicago UNC colorway. The full patent leather uppers. We got the jewel black and gold wings logo. Black collar, black swoosh. The nylon tongue. Part of the Fearless pack. Fearless on the inside. Fear-like limits are just illusions. A lot of people didn't like this because of the patent leather uppers. It's easy to crease. It's got a little bit of creasing. I don't know if y'all can see that. A little bit of creasing on the tongue. Has been worn, like most of my stuff. I copped the rock. You look at it, you really couldn't tell that it's really been worn. But like I always say, I take care of my stuff. I want it to last. I want it to look new. Not a hype beast, but I do rock my stuff and I want it to look new when I do rock it. So it's a real dope colorway in my opinion. Copped on release day. Classic silhouette. Got the blue and red split. Black laces. I think I got red laces in the other one. came with 4 laces. It's got the Carolina blue laces, red laces, obviously the black laces and white laces. So this number 4, number 5 in my top 5. On to the next. We got the Jordan 13. He got game 2018. This shoe was the first OG colorway in my collection. This is, of course, the 2018 version. This shoe released months before I started my collection. I got this shoe thanks to my wife. She copped it for me. It was about $250 on GOAT. Same thing with the bottom. It's been worn, still clean, classic. People back in the day know it from Denzel buying it on the movie He Got Game. That's where it's got the nickname from. The leather, the suede on the midsole. Just a classic colorway. Now, I came home from work one day, super hard day at work. My wife was getting on me about opening, so I didn't want to open nothing. I didn't want to do nothing. I just wanted to come home, eat, and go to sleep. She made it seem like she had something that she ordered that showed up on the porch and she couldn't get into the box. Wanted me to open the box, and when I saw that silver box with the red Jumpman, I already knew what time it was. So shout out to my wife. She knew what time it is. She knew that this was one of the shoes that I wanted early on in my collection, and she made that happen for me. So shout out to her. Much love for that, and always for everything. But number 4, Jordan 13. He got game. Next up, some people might look at me a little crazy because this shoe is not higher up on my top 5. I know what this is. The Jordan 4 Black Cement, or Bread, as some people like to call it. 2019 version. The full nubuck upper, wings, Nike Air on the back instead of the Jumpman. This shoe is legendary. This shoe is iconic in the sneaker game, in the Jordan collector's mind. This is somewhat of a grail. I know for me it was for a while. When it released, I stood in line. I missed out, but I was still able to get my hands on it on release day, paid retail for it, which I'm super thankful for, because the resale prices on this shoe when it released went up a good amount. Got the gray uppers, the red upside down Air Jordan. Worn, but still new looking. VNDS, as they like to say. This one has been protected, like most of my nubuck or suede shoes, has been protected with the Reshoeinator stain and water repellent. Just super dope. Got a couple scuffs on the wing, but as far as wear and tear is concerned, that's pretty much all I got going on with this one. It's gonna crease, when you wear it, it's gonna crease, of course, but that just come with wearing your shoes. That don't mean you don't have to try to maintain your stuff. In my opinion, I don't like to beat my stuff because I want to keep it. I'm not trying to pay another $320, $350 for another pair. I'm not a double up guy, but when it comes to this one, a lot of people did double up. I didn't. I barely got this one, so I'm gonna try to keep it looking good as long as possible. Jordan 4 Bread Black Cement. And this shoe, for me, is kind of essential when I look at my wardrobe. Got a lot of black, a lot of red, black and red, black and gray, red and gray going on in my wardrobe. So this one I needed to have in order for me to be able to step out and be fresh without having to go and buy a bunch of different kind of stuff other than something I would normally buy or normally wear when it came to trying to be fresh and match up with my shoes. So number 3, Jordan 4 Black Cement. Number 2, this was a tough one. This shoe, for some people, is higher up. Probably number 1, Jordan 11 Bread Playoff 2019 Retro. A lot of people know this silhouette, whether they know it from the Bread or they know it from the Concord. You don't have to be a sneakerhead, a Jordan or Nike collector to know this silhouette. The patent leather is iconic. The things that Jordan did in this shoe are iconic. The amount of people that went for this shoe and that love this shoe, iconic. I can remember back in the day in high school, I saw my sister and her boyfriend come through with these on. I had no idea that they were going to get them. Release date, they came to school late. They both came through with these on, with the black and red outfits. I was tight. I was super tight. I wanted to disown her. I wanted to fight her boyfriend because they had them and I didn't. I think I might have had on some Air Force Ones or like some maybe tier 2 or tier 3 Air Max because I didn't have it like that back then, but he had it. He made sure they both got the shoes and I was sick. I had to go home and look at these in her closet when I didn't get them and her foot was smaller than mine. Trust me, if my foot was anywhere close to her size, I would have had them, but I was wearing the same size around the time. She's like, a couple sizes down from me, but just an iconic colorway, iconic silhouette when it comes to Jordans in general, Jordans and Nike. When it comes to sneakers, this is probably a top 10 all-time sneaker in most sneakerheads and casual sneaker customers' opinion. The Jordan 11 Bread or Jordan 11 Playoff, however you want to say it. This was an early cop, Nike sneakers app shop drop cop for me. So yeah, number 2. A lot of people's number 1, but for me, in my personal opinion, as far as favorites is concerned, it's number 2. This may be, for all intents and purposes, this may be the dopest Jordan in general in my collection, but for my personal taste, for my personal preference, it's number 2. My number 1 is the Jordan 5 OG 90 black metallic. Simple black nubuck upper, Nike Air on the back, upside down Air Jordan on the inside, the metallic silver tongue with the red Jumpman, the 3M tongue, the metallic silver with the black speckled shark teeth, the ice bottom. This was a late W for me. Shout out once again to my wife, another essential cop that she helped make happen for me. I have been chasing this shoe down for a while, trying to find the best price for it, trying to get it locally in hand, but I end up giving in again to StockX. The retail on this was $220. I ended up paying a little over $300 for it, but my wife made sure for my birthday I had this one because she knew once again that this was an essential cop for me. This is my favorite all-time silhouette and colorway for any sneaker. This sneaker for me is up there with the Air Max 95 Neon. It's up there with the Jordan 11 Bread Concord, the Air Max 90, whichever shoe other people consider to be up in the top. I look at the Jordan 1 Shattered Backboard, it's up there with that for me. My personal preference, this is a classic, unbeatable colorway. I do remember this shoe from back in the day. I was in elementary school. My mama wasn't buying me $100 shoes and stuff like that. So when it re-released, when I found out that it had re-released, once I got into collecting, once I was paying attention to the sneaker game, I had to make this a part of my collection, and for me, it's my number one. I want to double up on it. I'm hoping to find a better price on it. I feel like if I do find it for less than what I paid for it in new or near new type condition, I'm gonna bungee. I'm gonna end up getting it again. This is the one shoe that I probably would double up on because I love it so much. I mean, just iconic. It's a lot of nostalgia tied into this shoe for me. Jordan did his thing in this shoe also. The lace lock, I mean, the 3M, the clear netting. This is just, I love this shoe. This is my number one. The number one favorite Jordan in my collection so far. I only got like 30 or so shoes in my collection at this point in time, but right now, and probably for a long time, this is gonna be my number one sneaker. So with that being said, I want to give a shout out to everybody out there on quarantine, everybody that can't go to work right now, everybody that's stuck in the house, got kids that's out of school, everybody that's struggling to stay sane out there. Find something productive to do, find something creative to do, find different ways to entertain yourself, entertain your kids, and the rest of your family. Make sure y'all staying safe out there, making sure you're washing your hands, making sure you stay as sanitary as possible. If you're feeling sick, staying away from people. Anything you can do to slow the spread of this stuff, all this craziness going on right now. Make sure you got your essentials stocked up. Just make sure you got everything going the way it should go. So hopefully in the next few weeks or the next couple of months, or however long it takes, we can get back to normal here in America. Try to maintain some sense of normalcy if you can. But above all, make sure you're staying safe, looking out for your family. Make sure you're looking out for others. Now is not the time to really be selfish about everything. Everybody got stuff going on. People out of work, people losing their jobs. I'm still going to work. I work for a beverage distribution company. So I'm still going to work. I'm going to these different stores and different places, doing what I gotta do. But I'm making sure that I stay safe. I'm trying to keep other people safe as well at the same time. So I'm just hoping that everybody out there is doing the same so we can get this over with and get back to what we need to do. Just be safe out there. Shout out Melissa Rocker. Shout out Kiana Rocker. Shout out my brothers JG, Billy Rocker. Shout out my brother Rod Jackson, King Rod. Shout out my brother Brandon Jackson, B Jack. Shout out my dude U George, the MC, Notorious Grizz. Shout out my partner Primo Brown, Shimoda Films. Shout out Steve Lemons, Individuals Only Brand. And shout out my boy Rockmo, CWDC Rockmo, the L Bender. Wake up. Peace. Be safe out there.
808 kicks, 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 808 kicks.
Fresh pair of Nikes out the orange box. Fresh pair of J's with the matching socks. Full suede sixes with the lace lock. Black and cement bowls when I hit the block.